If you've ever wondered what blue light means and why you need to be worried about it, stick around. I'm going to talk about that. Hello and welcome. I'm Eyeglass Tyler. Today we're going to be talking about all things blue light. We get a lot of questions surrounding what it is, where you find it, how blue light blocking glasses work. And so what I want to get into here is to clear the air and just share everything you need to know about potentially harmful blue light. There's a lot to cover. This might get a little long-winded. Stick with me. Hopefully I answer all of the questions that you have. If I do not, you can always reach out to our very friendly, very knowledgeable opticians. We always love hearing from you. So call us up, chat us up, whatever works best for you. We'd love to hear from you. If at the end of this, you've decided that you're ready to get some blue light glasses, do not forget about SportRx. Definitely don't forget about our See Better guarantee, because with that, you're never stuck with something that you don't like or just doesn't work for you. If you do find that for whatever reason, the glasses you get aren't performing the way that you were expecting them to, you have as long as 45 days with them. Even if you get them in prescription, we take care of you no matter what that means on our end. So you can always utilize that if you're worried about it, and you can try it essentially risk-free. But also, like I mentioned, our opticians can help you get it right the first time. So you can always reach out to us. We love hearing from you. All right, let's get into this. If you aren't familiar with what I mean by visible light spectrum, it is kind of self-explanatory. It's literally the part of the light spectrum that we are able to see with a naked eye. So like UV light, for instance, is a part of the light spectrum, but not a part of our visible light spectrum. What we can see with the naked eye ranges between 400 and 700 nanometers. So you'll sometimes hear as short as 380, but to keep things simple, 400 to 700 is what I stick with. And everything outside of that we can't see within that spectrum. And the light spectrum ranges all over the place. So UV is something you hear. Dogs can see ultraviolet light, right? Well, we cannot. We can see between 400 and 700 nanometers. And the beginning of that shortest and highest energy visible light that you're getting is in this blue spectrum, that 400 to 450 nanometer. And this is what has been found to be a potential risk. Things that have been tied to this have been thoughts that it could contribute to macular degeneration, usually referred to as AMD, or age-related macular degeneration, which is a progressive loss of your vision that can lead to blurry sight over time, or total blindness, unfortunately. Studies are still ongoing and inconclusive, but honestly, when it comes to your eye health, proactive prevention is always recommended. Another thing that is associated with this HEV light, this high energy visible light, is digital eye strain. This again is another thing that's not totally conclusive. There isn't a lot of medical studies that back up the effects of a thing called digital eye strain. But if you're like me and you have spent 8+ hours in front of a computer staring at a computer, you probably know what I mean. A lot of us have experienced that dry eye fatigue, sometimes even eye pain that goes along with staring at screens for a long time. Now, if you do go so far as to experience eye pain while looking at the computer for long periods of time, there might be other things, other factors to consider, such as glasses. Maybe you don't wear glasses and you should wear glasses. Go see an eye doctor. I always recommend that. Even if you can see perfectly well, I have 20/20, that doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of other things going on with your eyes that a doctor can help and monitor. It's just like going to any other doctor and monitoring your health. It is monitoring your eye health. So I always recommend regular eye checks and regular optometrist visits. So blue light is more easily scattered. That's a reason that the sky is blue. And this more easily scattered light spectrum can make it a little more difficult for the eyes to focus on. So this can contribute to eye strain that some people feel when they are looking at monitors for a long period of time. There is also a study that was done by the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics that they learned that when people are looking at devices or cell phones, iPads, computers, TVs, there is actually a reduced blink rate by more than 65%, which, if you're not blinking as much, means that it definitely can contribute to dry eye. And who knows, it might be contributing to other things as well, like eye strain and headaches. So we've been giving blue light a hard time, but there is such a thing as good blue light. That is that 450 to 500 nanometer range on the visible light spectrum. Benefits of this range is you're going to get boosted alertedness. You're going to have improved reaction times. It does actually, it has been known to help to contribute to elevated moods, increased feelings of well-being. It does help to regulate our circadian rhythm. If you look at it from both ends of the spectrum, or both sides of the coin rather, through melatonin production. That lack of blue light helps to produce melatonin, and that is the chemical in our brain that helps us know to go to sleep. It helps our body to go to sleep. So implications of this are obviously your health. Sleep is very important to your health, and also memory. It is very likely that you are familiar with blue light filters or settings on your devices, and you'll notice that it does tend to tone down the blues in your display, and that can certainly help. I think light in general, you'd think about it, it just makes sense. The more light you are exposed to, the more you feel like you should be awake. And so definitely something to be aware of, definitely something to keep in mind for a more healthy you. Now, something that is important to note, we talk about blue light and the possible positive implications and negative implications. Well, where do we find this blue light? Where is blue light found? The most common misconception I think that's going around right now, and it is probably in support of all of these blue light products, but it is that blue light is only emitted from digital screens, or it's really a big concern from digital screens. But the truth is, it's actually everywhere. And it can be broken down into two categories then, very easily and understandably: artificial and natural sources. So what do I mean by artificial? This might be common sense, but like I mentioned before, most commonly we think of digital devices like your phone, your TV, your computers, your laptops, but it's also found in artificial lightings like LED lights, fluorescent lighting, stadium lighting, which is actually why we recommend athletes to use blue light glasses if they play night games under stadium lights. It can help to control their color perception a little bit better for sport use. Natural sources. What is the one natural source really that we need to be talking about? Obviously, it's the sun. That is the greatest source of light in our world, so therefore the greatest source of blue light. Wiley X actually did a study. They found that 1 hour outside on an overcast day exposes us to 30 times more blue light than 1 hour in front of a digital screen. So it is definitely something that you should be aware of, and definitely should know that if you want to take precautions against blue light, the potentially damaging blue light, then outdoors is really and truly where you should be focusing your efforts in protecting yourself against it. So now that we know that blue light exists indoors and especially outdoors, how do blue light blocking glasses actually combat this? So then how do blue light lenses work? Well, they are found in two formats. You have it as a coating, where essentially you get any lens that you want, and then you put a blue light coating over it. Usually it exists in an anti-reflective coating, which is great, or it can be more of a focus and a design of the lens where it's built into the composition of the lens. Two good examples of that would be Maui Jim. They have their Blue Light Protect lens, which is an amazing lens. If you're looking for something that is clear, looks clear when you're looking through it, looks clear when people are looking at you. There's another one that is Oakley Prism Gaming, and that is a lens that is actually has more of an amber or a yellow tint to it, and that helps to actually cut almost all of the blue light spectrum, if not the vast majority of it. Both of these formats work the same in that they act as a filter. They help to block the bad blue light and protect against these potential risks, and that they allow good blue light. Definitely the ones that are more clear. How much good blue light they block will depend on the specific lens tech. If it does have a tint to it, if it isn't clear, then there's more of a chance that it's blocking even the good blue light. So that is something to be aware of. Be a little more familiar with the exact product that you're working with. Again, if we can help you, you can always reach out to us, our opticians here at SportRx. They can give you a little more guidance as well on specific products. It's simple and straightforward. It's a filter. Now, I kind of already responded to this, but the question is, do all blue light lenses have a yellow or blue tint? No, it depends on the type of blue light technology you go with. Today's technology makes them all efficient at blocking harmful blue light. How much on the spectrum they block will depend on the specific product. Ultimately, your decision as to which to choose may simply come to a personal preference of what that blue defense looks like. If you prefer clear, like that more bluish tint, there are some that are clear without that bluish tint, then you go for that. If you like having that kind of yellowish looking tint and blocking even more blue light, then go for that. There kind of is no wrong here if you're looking to ultimately protect as much as possible against this potentially harmful light spectrum. So we have blue light indoors and outdoors from artificial sources and natural sources. What do we do? There are two kinds of eyewear categories that combat harmful blue light. You have blue light glasses and you have blue light sunglasses. Since the potential risks of this blue light exposure have become more known, many eyewear brands offer some type of blue defense technology or coating. Ray-Ban has an awesome option called Ray-Ban Blue. Maui Jim, like I mentioned earlier, their Blue Light Protect is amazing. There's also a Costa Blue Light lens. SportRx, we have our own Blue Defense lens coating that is a coating on the front side. The other three that I mentioned are all in the tech, in the actual lens material. There is also, of course, like I mentioned already, the Prism Gaming Lens, which is awesome if you want something that has a little bit of a hue to it. It's at like a light to medium amber or yellow color, which I think is really cool. Do note that if you're using this for nighttime use, it is going to minimize light transmission to a degree because of that tint. If you're looking for blue light blocking sunglasses, Costa, their whole 580 lens tech design helps to cut blue light transmission. Wiley X's Captivate is another amazing option. Maui Jim's Polarized Plus 2, their sunglass lens technology, also helps to block this blue light spectrum. Also the Spy Happy lens, that's what they designed their whole lens tech around. We have videos on each one of these individual lens tech, so if you would like more information on each, you can check those videos out. Whew, that does it for blue light today. I really hope this was helpful, maybe has given you an idea as to what kind of blue light protection is right for you. If you feel like I missed anything, again, you can definitely reach out to us at SportRx, our opticians. Love to hear from you. You can also leave a comment in the comment section below. If you are ready to order, again, don't forget about that See Better guarantee. I really think it gives you a ton of peace of mind. And if peace of mind is your thing, then again, our opticians, that's probably the 12th time I've mentioned them in this video. I just can't get enough of the fact that we employ certified, knowledgeable, tenured opticians to help you get it right the first time. And I always like to talk about it because that's what we're here for. We're here to serve you, and I want to serve you. So reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was interesting or valuable information. If so, throw us a like because that helps us. You can find relevant videos over here. And if you're looking for new fun content to check out, I think you should check us out on our social media outlets because we have some really cool stuff there. I think you'll like it, and that's why I'm recommending it.